Hello guys, this is Fran Fresh Start in Chiang Mai. Welcome to my channel. Today I am sitting with Christoff, who is well known in the digital nomad world as an entrepreneur, community builder, and one of the key people behind the Nomad Summit that was held a few weeks ago here in Chiang Mai. Christoff has lived and worked across multiple countries, building location-independent businesses while bringing people together through meaningful events and conversations. So we're going to talk about what brought him to Chiang Mai, his journey as a global nomad, and the reality behind freedom and success, and yes, even how this lifestyle affects love and relationship. So let's dive in.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Christoff. I was born and raised in Europe and left back in 2017. Since then, I'm a perpetual traveler. My background is in marketing, and my heart is also among other places here. This is one of the places in the world that feel like home when coming back here.
Great. So you're described as an entrepreneur and founder of a health insurance brokerage for nomads. What inspired you to start that business, and what problem are you solving?
So in general, I've been self-employed all my life. I started my first side business when I was still in school, when I was 16. When I graduated from high school with 19, I went full-time self-employed and have been ever since. So I never signed an employment contract for myself in my life. I've always looked for opportunities and for ways to truly help people.
I see.
I ended up in the insurance industry starting in 2010, when together with my co-founder, who had back then already been an insurance broker for more than 20 years. And on the other side, I love coming back to nomad hotspots in the community. So I'm going around these nomad fests in Bulgaria, in Bansko. Last year I was in Da Nang at the Vietnam Nomad Fest. Later this year, I'm going to Fukuoka in Japan for the Kole Fukuoka event. But these things are separate. I'm co-host of the Nomad Summit here in Chiang Mai now. So last year, 1 year ago, we brought it back after COVID in 2025. January was the first revival Nomad Summit. And now just a couple of weeks ago, we had our second one that was bigger and better. And now it's a passion project that at least it's a hobby that pays for itself. There is no money in events. This is not a business case, but it's
networking?
Great.
Is it more for networking?
There are many good reasons to run an event. Promoting my main job is none of them, so I keep these completely separate. But the audience is kind of similar. So I meet people, and for me, being a host of a large event like the Nomad Summit, as I said, it's not for money, it's not a business case, but it is great to meet people, to build meaningful connections, and especially to be on top of everything that's new. Like, who is building what's the gossip of the community, and basically it gives me kind of a privileged access to information and to really good people.
Right. So it's more for being connected to the community.
Absolutely.
Everywhere. Yeah, same like. So you co-hosted Nomad Summit. Can you share its mission and why it's significant for the global nomad community?
With pleasure. The Nomad Summit is a business conference, and our mission is to empower people to get to a point in their life where they can make a conscious decision about the question if a location-independent life is what they want or not. So that means our main stage here, it's a 2-day conference at the Shangri-La Hotel. Our main stage is for all topics along the journey of people developing from employee to remote employee to freelancer to founder to business owner to investor. So this traditional staircase to financial freedom and location independence. So the topics on the stage are all along this red thread. And that's what the main event is for. But the Nomad Summit is much more than this main event. It is a full week of side events following this that are all community hosted and are not only an additional value to your Nomad Summit ticket, but also our way to interact with the local community. We bring a lot of people here also for the first time. So this time we had, I think, around 50% first timers at the Nomad Summit. And out of those were, I would say 60, 70, 80% also for the first time in Chiang Mai. And that's where the significance comes from. But also then your question was for the mission. The mission is empowerment, and that has several levels and layers. So empowerment for us starts with education, and that's where we give back and have a collaboration here with FERC, the Foundation for Education of Rural Children. So after the event, we make a significant donation to empower children of underprivileged families, especially in rural northern Thailand, to actually be able to finish high school, to get a scholarship for that. Again, in order to bring them in a position in their life where they have a level of education where they can make a conscious decision about if they want to work remotely, if they want to choose this nomadic lifestyle and travel the world while making an income.
Wow. Sounds very inspiring. So what were some of the biggest lessons you learned in organizing and reviving Nomad Summit here in Chiang Mai?
The biggest lesson definitely that we learned the hard way is that this community has so big commitment issues, even when it comes to buying tickets. And we're pulling up a major event with 350, 400 attendees that costs a lot of money and needs to be organized well in advance. We need to commit to order stuff from vendors and need to sign contracts much before we have the money in our accounts. So 50% people told us to expect that beforehand, but it's still strikes me hard that about 50% of the tickets are sold within the last 2 weeks on the business side of things, but also on a very positive note. It is an amazing lesson to see what kind of inspiring people from all steps along the journey, all age groups, all genders, all nationalities we bring together. And especially with this year's, the 2026 Nomad Summit, I was so proud to see how the demographics have changed. Back in the old days before COVID, Nomad Summit was like 80% Americans and 20% Europeans. Last year, our revival Nomad Summit was 50% Europeans, 30% Americans, and then people from everywhere else. And this year we sold, I would say, more than 50% of the tickets to Asia. So we had many ticket sales to Japan, Taiwan, Korea. We sold tickets to the Philippines. We had a bunch of Indians. We had people from the Middle East. We sold tickets locally to Thai people, where we had a special arrangement, a cheaper ticket. So seeing that obviously a nomadic lifestyle and location-independent business is not anymore white privilege and a Western thing, but it's actually a growing thing all across Asia. That's definitely an important and very inspiring learning.
Amazing. So how does the summit help attendees from remote workers to founders in their personal and professional journeys?
I think that's something you better ask attendees and not me. I'm a little bit biased with that. But
what is your opinion?
what I hear as a feedback from people, especially people that attended for the first time, is that they got so much value out of the talks that we had on stage, that like hands-on best practice that they can implement right away, as well as meeting your tribe. So one thing that our attendees really love is our AI seat arrangement for lunch breaks. So with the luxury of being in a 5-star hotel, we not only have the conference in a really nice, beautiful
atmosphere?
Not the atmosphere. In the big ballroom with like a huge screen and everything. But also next door we have our lunch break. That's a lunch buffet with a banquet arrangement of people with tables with 10 people. And what we do there is we make this time valuable as well by arranging people that match. So we asked them beforehand in a web form for some very open life questions, like what are your big challenges for this year? Who are the people that you want to meet in order to get to the next step? What are your big topics that you currently work on? And then we feed these answers to AI together with a prompt, what our table arrangement looks like, and ask the AI to seat people together that most likely have topics in common and might be able to help each other. And then everyone 15 minutes before the lunch break gets an email with their table number, and then magic happens. So the feedback that I get from that, people meeting exactly the person that they had hoped to meet during the conference, that's, I guess, for some at least, even a bigger value than just the talks themselves.
I see. That's wonderful that you have such connection, matching connection.
We try to use AI and technology as much as we can. While on the one side, people are in times where they spend more and more time in front of screens, interacting with machines, craving human connection. They come together to meet people. And if we can use technology to enhance that experience, then it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes. So what does a typical day look like for you when you're living in Chiang Mai or traveling between cities?
Chiang Mai is maybe a little bit special because at first I'm a night owl. And on the other hand, then I love to sleep in. So I don't make appointments before 11 unless it's a breakfast appointment. Then it can happen at 10. The same thing that we had here today. I start my day with a long, nice breakfast, usually with someone where I have a conversation. Like basically every single day I have a breakfast appointment. And then in the afternoon I start into my work. And usually whether I'm going out in the evening or I stay focused on some work stuff and don't go to bed before 3 or 4 in the morning.
So what's something about the digital nomad lifestyle that most people misunderstand or don't expect?
It's a bit hard for me to tell because I'm born for this. I celebrate this lifestyle every single day. And if I talk to other people that are getting tired or find out that it's not for them, then they often struggle, for example, with loneliness, which I think it's a personality type. So at first, for me, it's very easy to connect with people and build meaningful connections with this balance of having places that I return to and where I build a circle of friends locally. Also in the nomad community, I have a bunch of friends that I meet over and over again in different places. But also I really enjoy time with myself. Just going to the nature somewhere in a small village for a month with a good book and some work. And it always happens that by the end, I build connections with some people in that local village, but I'm very happy just being with myself. And I think that's an important prerequisite. If you are choosing this nomad lifestyle to run away from your demons, the demons will come with you. They're traveling with you. So you first need to develop a healthy relationship with yourself in order to be able to spend time in different places alone.
So what mindset shift do you think is most important for anyone considering a digital nomad lifestyle?
Depends on what the mindset was before. For me, there was no shift. You need to be independent. You need to be able to self-organize and self-motivate.
And be comfortable with your own skin, right? Basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice before becoming location independent, what would it be?
Do it earlier.
Really?
Do it right away. If I meet my younger self before starting this, I would tell him, start right away. But even though, I've always traveled a lot and I always felt very location independent. I've been brought up as a kid moving around a lot. even though it was not far distances, not across borders into different cultures and languages, but I've been to 3 different kindergartens and 3 different primary schools. And that means very early in life, I learned
To adapt.
that I can easily build new connections, and the old ones that were important to me will last.
Forget. So, Christoff, thank you so much for today. I hope that my viewers learned a lot from Christoff's stories and background. And if any of you guys are interested in Nomad, or if you are Nomad, you know, this is the story. So thank you so
Come to
much.
Chiang Mai and get yourself a ticket for the Nomad Summit. It's every year in January, 3rd weekend in this beautiful city.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put in the description some information about the summit that are coming in next year, 2027, right? Thank you so much,
Upward
Christoff. Bye bye. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time. This is Fran Fresh Start in Chiang Mai. Have a great week.